What's up, future millionaires? It's Mike the Investor. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about the metaverse for business. Now, most of the time when we hear about the metaverse, we hear about the entertainment side and mainly the play to earn gaming side to it. Now, in this video, we're going to be diving into the business side of the metaverse, which is brought to you by DigiByte blockchain technology as well as DigiCorpsLabs. And we're going to be talking about all of that in today's video. Also, the metaverse token called DGMV. Now, before we dive into today's video, this video is brought to you by 𝗖𝗢𝗏𝗍𝒪𝗧, one of the top crypto and precious metal IRA platforms in the space today. And we can use this every single day, 24/7, 365. Now, two quick things. 𝗖𝗢𝗏𝗍𝒪😅 took away their monthly fee to use the platform, and if this is your first time using the platform, you will get $100 free in Bitcoin when using my link down below. And as for what cryptocurrencies you can purchase on 𝗖𝗢𝗏𝗍𝒪😅, you can see pretty much the top cryptos that are in the space today. And last but certainly not least, when it comes to who they use for their cold storage security wallets, they use Coinbase Custody and Curve. And if you would like to use 𝗖𝗢𝗏𝗍𝒪😅 for yourself and get $100 free in Bitcoin and save on your capital gains for crypto, go ahead and click the 𝗖𝗢𝗏𝗍𝒪😅 link in the description below. And I will also have timestamps in the description as well if you're looking for a specific section in this video. But let's dive into who is the DigiCorpsLabs after this. Our crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now, we are on DigiCorpsLabs.com if you do want to check this out for yourself. Now, we're going to briefly read just a little bit just so we can get a brief backstory on who the company DigiCorpsLabs is. And so we can see they are a 3 elements made up of Digi3, DigiLife, and DigiWar/DigiAcademy that allows them to focus their diverse needs on enterprises, consumers, and developers that will bring solutions designed to protect and elevate each audience into the digital future. And we can see right here that the DigiCorpsLabs team is made up of pioneers of DigiByte and 𝗤𝗡𝗏 that makes an open source technology founding layer of DigiCorp services. And so this last section here is their partnership with 𝗤𝗏𝗏, and the use of DigiByte blockchain technology means we can draw an expertise, support, and advise from developers with the 𝗤𝗏𝗏 and DigiByte communities. And so if we briefly move down, and so here's the team behind DigiCorpsLabs. As you can see, Rudy Bowman also helped founder of DigiByte blockchain, along with 𝗕𝗟𝗘, who is a advisor in investor relations, who's the founder of the DigiByte blockchain. And so as you move on down, here are some of the partners of DigiCorpsLabs. And so that is who DigiCorpsLabs, in a nutshell. There's a lot more that goes into it, but I didn't want to, bore you guys with a ton of different information because it does get pretty technical. But now let's kind of dive into how does the actual metaverse works for business, and then we're going to look at the actual token that's powering the DigiMetaverse called DGMV. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so the headline says DigiCorpsLabs launches metaverse ecosystem DigiMetaverse, and we can see the DigiMetaverse will encompass a virtual ecosystem where developers can build applications and solutions for users and enterprises. And so let's go ahead and move down. This is the 3-tiered metaverse system that we already saw how DigiCorpsLabs is made up. We got Digi3, DigiLife, DigiWar/DigiAcademy, which I said we're going to dive into this a little bit later. So here we are. And so leading off with Digi3, it is a business entity with a focus on corporate enterprise metaverse solutions. Now, as you can see, it does go a little bit deeper, so pause the screen right here if you do want to read this for yourself. Now, as we move down to DigiLife, it is an ecosystem that ensures controlled brand and consumer interaction where consumers fully control their data. That is huge. And so as we move down, brands will be able to develop loyalty programs, giveaways, and interest payments using NFTs. The non-custodial wallet provides self-sovereignty with different features, and users can store their identity, credentials, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, documents, data, and more within the quantum safe Metaverse. Now, I just said a mouthful. You can see how important this is. And before we move down to the last two here, if you understand DigiByte, as I told you from the beginning when I first started talking about it, it is not just a payment cryptocurrency. It is an identity and a security protocol project where they have the ability to be a payment cryptocurrency, but their focus is on security, identity, and all of that good stuff. As you can see, they're pouring that same use case into the metaverse business, which is extremely important because as we create our digital avatars in the metaverse, our data is very important for us to own and to have it secure. The security behind all of that, the digital identity behind all of that, all of this is very important. And so when we talk about the metaverse being the future, it's not just the entertainment side of things, it is the business side of things that makes the world go around. But let's continue looking at the last couple of things that makes up the Metaverse. And so we can see here, DigiWard, DigiCorp's engine room is the core layer and application for development. And so this really gets good right here. The Metaverse smart layer will use the newly created ERC20 token known as DGMV. And stay with me because we're going to be diving into this more in the next section. And so as Gas and DigiByte as the settlement layer, supporting Solidity-based smart contracts and making a cross-chain metaverse ecosystem, it leverages the power of DigiByte and the decentralized grid of incentivized nodes to ensure a censor-proof system where no control over Web3. And so you can see that the DGMV token is actually an ERC20 token, even though it's powered by DigiByte technology. But we're going to be looking at that a little bit more, so stay with me. And so the last part here is the DigiAcademy, which is an outline educational training platform for community and developers that educates on DigiByte and Metaverse core technology. So pretty much it'll have its own learning academy on how to navigate and utilize Metaverse, which is extremely important. And so now that we kind of understand what makes up the Metaverse and what it consists of and what's the use case of it, let's dive into what is the DGMV token that's going to power the Metaverse. Let's check it out. Alright, so this is the white paper of the DigiCorpsLabs for the entire Metaverse, and this is the section for the DGMV token. And so we can see that it's a utility token designed in conjunction with SID that unlocks access to a portfolio of enterprise and consumer services and intellectual property in the Metaverse. And so as these bullet points here, this is what this token use case and what it's going to power. Access to the Metaverse. It is gas for the Metaverse smart layer. It gives you loyalty, participation in Metaverse governance. It also gives you loyalty in application and service for customers, on-demand and subscription payment for services. It gives you wallet-based SID management, user management and off-platform trading of crypto, NFTs, and other digital assets. You get own data collection and management, hashing on the DigiByte blockchain, and other utility to complement ongoing metaverse development. And so check this out here. As DigiCorp service uptake increases, demand for DGMV utility token will grow, leading to high velocity demand and token scarcity. And so the last few sections I want to show you that's very, very important, to the DigiByte blockchain is this. So as we can see, DGMV is a pure utility token based on the ERC20 standard and issued on a decentralized Ethereum mainnet. So you can see, even though this is powered by DigiByte, it is being launched on the Ethereum mainnet. Now, the ERC20 standard is fit for purpose, including wide access to an extensive ecosystem of token and users and investors. Now, listen to this last sentence. It says that in the future, they aim to migrate the DGMV token over to the Metaverse smart layer on the DigiByte blockchain. Now, that means they're going to move it from the Ethereum mainnet over to the DigiByte mainnet, subject to investor and community discussions and agreement. And so what that means is eventually that token will be completely on the DigiByte blockchain, which is how the DigiByte Metaverse is powered anyway, is by DigiCorpsLabs and DigiByte blockchain tech. And so now let's briefly dive into kind of the token sale on kind of how all this works. Now remember, none of this is financial advice, so please do your own research before investing in any cryptocurrencies. But this is just for some of you guys who may be interested in this. So let's check this out briefly. And so coming from the LCX exchange, who DigiCorpsLabs chose to use their token sale with, they said announcing the DigiCorpsLabs DigiMetaverse DGMV token sale on LCX. This is going to be a public sale which starts December 11th, 2021. All right, and so the public sales, there's three different options: public A, public B, and public C. Now I'm not going to go into the full details of this, but you can also pause the screen here. Now the first sale will be at 21 cents, and you can see you have to be invested 6 months after the starting date. So technically 7 months before you can sell, which I do think is a good thing because it allows people to hodl and not just, dump bags on other investors. Now, when you look at public B sale, this is going to be a little bit later. This is going to be at 30 cents, and you can hold it for 4 months. And then public C sale, you have no lockups, but the price is also higher at 36 cents compared to 30 cents, or the first public sale at 21 cents. Now here briefly, I do want to let you guys know something. The public sale participation is $500 and the maximum is 10K. And so this is definitely doable for the average investor. And so with that being said, it allows you, to not worry about a lot of, whales to come in and dump the price. Because even if someone does buy 10,000, they have to hold at least for 7 months or 4 months, or they have to buy at that higher price at 10,000, and buy 36 cents and then sell, so as you can see, here's the how to participate in the DGMV token sale. You get verified, deposit your funds, get the LC token, which is the LC token exchange token, and then you have your buy DGMV token. So definitely go ahead and pause the screen here, or you can go to LCX and they will have that token sale for you as well. So with everything we covered in this video, what does this mean for the DigiByte project? I think this is bullish news because even though DGMV token is being launched on the Ethereum mainnet, we saw in the white paper their end game is to move it over to the DigiByte blockchain, which is who's helping power the token in the first place behind DigiCorpsLabs. And so with that being said, I think this is bullish news definitely for the future and in the long term. And so when we look at what DigiByte goes after, yes, they have the ability to be a payment cryptocurrency, but they're going after security. They're going after digital identity and helping people be able to control and have their data secure. And we can see their tech being implemented into the metaverse when it comes to the business side. And so I think this is a huge deal. Also, when we talk about what projects actually have that front running space in the business side when it comes to the metaverse, right now I think DigiByte is leading that when it comes to things on paper. And so I'm very interested to see how this is implemented in the future as things are ran out. And if you go to DigiCorpsLabs, they also have a roadmap all the way up to 2024, which I didn't get into in this video just because it would have been a little bit longer than I actually wanted it to be. But definitely check that out if you're curious on how the metaverse and business coincides together. Now, if you stayed this far into the video, I want to say thanks for watching, and if you gained some value from the video, most importantly, definitely smash that like button. And if you haven't checked out 𝗖𝗢𝗏𝗍𝒑, definitely go ahead and get your $100 free in Bitcoin and start saving on your capital gain taxes. But that is all I got for you. Remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.